Right, okay. It's my one and only Christmas video because I can't be arsed doing anymore. And Christmas food's really fucking expensive. So, Merry Christmas, I suppose. Here we are with pies, lots of pies, lots and lots of pies, too many pies, one might say. So I've been shopping and I've decided to have a look at the bargain range of mince pies versus the luxury version of mince pies in 4 supermarkets. So we've got ASDA, Sainsburys, Iceland and Lidl. I didn't go to Tesco's because I couldn't be bothered. So yeah, we're going to crack these bad boys open here. I've noted down the prices as well to see which one's the best value for money. We're going to eat them, we're going to rate them, and then the video will end. The video will stop. The video will cease after I've eaten some mince pies and told you what I think about them. Yeah. Well, okay then. I've got no mulled wine and I don't have any Baileys, so I'm just doing this stone cold sober after I've eaten a kebab. I have eaten a kebab. I think it's a good idea not to do it hungry. That wasn't intentional, by the way. But anyway, right, so going to move the camera over here. We'll crack these open, we'll have a brief chat about them, and then we'll just eat them. I'm not going to go, and then we've got a bonus round. We've got bonuses, by the way, for all you glutons and celiacs out there. I've picked up gluten-free mince pies from ASDA. These are ASDA ones. And I've also got, these are Taste the Difference ones. It says Taste the Difference. You're not going to taste the difference because they're the only gluten-free mince pies Sainsburys have. So no difference will be tasted. You will be just tasting this. You won't be tasting jack shit. Sorry, I'll be tasting these. You can go out and get them later though. They're a fucking rip-off though. Look at that. Camera in here. Look at this. Expert camera work. Can't even get it in frame. £3.50. I wrote it on it in permanent marker. Just to class up the video a bit, you know. Right, okay, so here, right, I'm going to stop filming here. I'll move the camera over and we'll crack these bad boys open. Oh, yeah, there's my face there. It's amazing. Amazing content. Award-winning content. Right, so we're going to start here with the cheap versions of the supermarket mince pies. We'll rate these separately, like I said, and I think that's fair. And then we'll have a look at their fancier versions here. So we're going to start here with ASDA. So that's £1.25 for 6 of those. Yeah, they're joyous mince pies. We'll get into it in a minute about how all these prices are just bullshit, basically, compared to the luxury ones, or the alleged luxury ones. So let's have a wee look here. Let's get a good look at this fella. Okay. There he is there. He's a bit burnt. He's burnt. Okay, interesting. Right. So this is their the lighting's not great in here, but you know, it is what it is. So this is ASDA's regular mince pies. Okay, very dry. Yeah, very dry. Not empty, but not like, you know, I don't know whether you can see that or not actually, but go on, focus, you bastard. See if we can get a bit of focus on this. Come on, get to follow the mince pie. That's it. There we go. So there you go. Don't know whether you can see inside there. Not particularly generously filled, but you know, it was £1.25 for 6 of those fellas. I'm not going to take too many bites here because, you know, I'm going to be friggin' dead by the end of this. I hope you can hear my lips smacking. It's for the ASMR people. Bloody perverts. Right. Okay. Yeah. It's alright. Tastes fine. Right. Yeah. Second bite wasn't as dry. So they're alright. Right, so we're going to move over to Sainsburys now. I find that ASDA and Sainsburys are rivals, direct rivals, so I think it's appropriate to move on to the Sainsburys ones. We'll talk about these Iceland ones in a minute as well. Okay, so these look better already. So the regulars, these are exactly the same price, by the way. Okay, £1.25. All right. Yeah. Make sure this is focused on my face here. Hold on a second. No, that's focusing on the window. Yeah, that's not helpful. Maybe I'll just cut this bit out, or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just leave it in. So here we go. Here's our Sainsburys regular mince pie. It looks less burnt than the ASDA one. The ASDA one was fairly dark looking. Feels heavier as well. But yeah, we'll have a look at the grams in a minute as well. Actually, what you're getting here. Should probably have done a proper review here. Right. Okay. Right. Straight away, this is vastly superior to the ASDA one for the same price. Oh yeah, the filling's a lot nicer. The filling in that one, in the ASDA one, was like mush. You can really taste the whatever the fruit is. I don't know, the sultanas, raisins, or whatever. They're all separate. That's good. That is. That's really tasty. Okay. Yep. I mean, it's not generously filled again. Kind of collapsed it there, like a like a collapsed building, and this is all the survivors. Not survivors, sorry. They're all done for. Okay. Yeah. Really tasty. Really, the filling's really flavorful. There's a lot more spices in there, whatever it is. It's really good. Okay. I'm not going to eat the whole thing. These aren't going to go to waste, by the way. They will get eaten. Just very slowly. Okay. So, we're all ready, so that and putting that to the side there, that's already a loser. So, Sainsbury's mince pie is already ahead here, right? We're going to move on to Iceland now, okay? They can be real hit and miss with stuff. So this is their regular mince pies, and again, exactly the same price. £1.25. There's a consistency going on here. So £1.25. These look suspiciously similar to the ASDA ones. I doubt them. Oh, I'm going to pull another ASDA one out here. They look suspiciously similar. Nah, they're not. No, they're not. Thought they were identical for a moment, but they're absolutely not. That's the Iceland one there, and that's the ASDA one there. But the ASDA one's definitely burnt. It's definitely burnt. Looks nice though. Right. Okay. So this is the Iceland. This is their cheap version. Again, £1.25. Okay. Again, very dry. Oh, very dry. Filling's very nice though. And again, it's way better than the ASDA one. Way better. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Again, I can't really complain. Definitely dry. Definitely not as good as the Sainsbury's one. Again, it doesn't taste as nice, but it tastes way better than the ASDA one. Stop eating that. Stop eating it. You've got to eat more. You can't just keep eating these. Move these out of the way. Right. Okay. Oh, right. What are we doing? Oh yes, right. So now we're going to move on and we're going to do Lidl. So I don't have access to an Aldi, so sorry. And like I said, I didn't go to Tesco's because it's too far away and it couldn't have been arsed. Okay? So if you want to tell me in the comments how amazing. Tell you what you do though. If you go to Lidl, right? It's basically the same. So you're paying, you have to buy, well, unless your Lidl is different than mine. So they're regular mince pies. You have to buy 12 of them. They only come in a 12 pack. There were no 6 packs. There were no prices for 6 packs. So you have to buy 12. And it's £2.49. So basically, so essentially, it's the same. You know, it's £1.25 ish for 6. So you're not saving anything. We'll check the weights in a second. Although I think even if they didn't weigh as much, I think the Sainsburys one's already the winner here. Right, I'm editing this video here. I'm a liar. We're not gonna look at any weights. I never look at weights at any point during this video. I'm a liar. Okay? Do you want to know how much they weigh? They weigh as much as a mince pie weighs. Okay, let's carry on. So this is Lidl's regular mince pie. It's got a wee bit of holly on it there. I don't know how well that reads on camera. Oh, it is focusing. I thought that wasn't going to focus, but it absolutely is focusing. I keep looking down here. I've got a screen down here that I can see my mug on. There you go. So there we go. Okay, right. Don't know why you were so fascinated why I was sticking up at the screen. I mean, it's not like you haven't seen a mince pie before. You know, unless you're from one of those non-mince pie nations. Wherever they are. Okay, right. Here is the Iceland one. No, sorry, not Iceland. Lidl. So the Lidl regular mince pie. Interesting. The pastry on it's very thin in comparison to the other ones, which makes it less dry, which is a plus. It's an interesting taste, interesting flavour to the mixture. Again, quite nice. It is nice. Not generously filled. There's a lot of space in there. Don't know whether it'll focus. There's an awful lot of space in there. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's nice. It is nice, and it's moist. Okay. Yeah. Well, this is definitely our runner-up. This is definitely our runner-up. So okay, right. So in terms of the value mince pies, so the regular, they're value, but they're just the regular mince pies. Sainsburys, easily the best. Easily the best. It's the most generously filled, and it has a really nice taste. It tastes like home. It tastes homemade. I don't know how to explain that in any other way. It tastes like something somebody's put together with a bit of care. It's really nice. So those are excellent. None of them are terrible, but the ASDA ones weren't great. Okay, right. So basically, these are all identically priced. There's no difference in the price when you get down to it. Yes, the little ones are basically £2.50, but you're getting 12, so it's essentially the same. Okay, so if you're going to be getting the value mince pies this year, which we'll talk about that in a second, as to why you would even bother. But yeah, they are Sainsbury's easily the best from these ones. Okay, right. So let's take our value mince pies now and move them out of the way here. And we'll move on to the, well, not the main event. We'll move on to our luxury pie. And then, like I said at the end, we'll look at our glutons. Celiacs. Right. So we'll do exactly what we did before. We'll start with the ASDA ones, and we'll talk a bit more about the pricing on these, because they've got that whole sort of you're saving money bullshit going on that supermarkets like to do. So these are ASDA's exceptional 6 luxury mince pies. Okay, there they are. Yeah. And then I've noticed here on a lot of the luxury ones, they really shrink the names down. As this teeny weeny right there. Teeny weeny writing. Or maybe they're all like that. No, maybe they're full of shit. But yeah, £1.42. It's that dark writing there. Now, this is the problem, right? These are like what, 20 odd p more than the value ones. So you're thinking to yourself, why bother? And I'm also thinking, why bother? Why would you buy the value ones? They've got that whole sort of we've rolled the price back bullshit that they like to say they've done. Rolled it back from when, mate? Like when? Like, from when? It's the Christmas season. You've rolled the price back since what, last year? Or you've had it on sale enough. I'll stick the picture up here. I think it's gonna say they're probably trying to say they've rolled it back from like £2.90 or some nonsense. But in reality, that's the real price there. That £1.42 is the actual price. They probably had it on sale for like a day at the high price, so they could legally get away with saying they rolled the price back. Anyway, that's enough of this rant. Okay, let's just eat some, mate. Eat the fucking pie, mate. Eat the pie. Why are you talking about economics and dishonest marketing practices? Just eat the pie. That's what we came here for. Right? Okay, I'm eating the pie. Calm down. Right, here we go. Oh yeah. Right, okay, so you can clearly, it feels like a higher quality product, and they do that thing where you can see through the top, right? So they make it crystal clear to you. We've actually put filling in this. We filled it all the way to the top, not like the scum pies over here for the scum. Right. Okay. Yep. Very nice. Not dry. Not dry at all. I'm assuming that's the butter. Filled with a warmly spiced mincemeat infused with sweet ruby port, Valencian orange, oil, and cognac. Okay, right. You can definitely taste all that. Very nice. Yeah, not dry. Although it doesn't say all butter. A lot of them sort of boast about being filled with butter. These do not boast about being filled with butter. They are not butter filled. We're doing something really exciting here where I'm looking at the ingredients and you're just going to fast forward or stop watching the video. Either way, I understand. No, okay, these are not. Oh yeah, they're all butter pastry. Okay, right, there we go. They decided it wasn't worth marketing it on the front of the box. So yeah. Okay, look, very nice. Yep, very nice. Vastly superior to their other one, the other ASDA one. Well, that wouldn't be hard. Yeah, really generously filled. Get a bit of focus there. Yeah. Nah, it's not having it. I'll have to reshoot the whole video now. Just the man standing in his kitchen, jamming a mince pie at a phone on a stick. There's a window right here. People passing by can see me with the mince pie and the camera. Eat my pie. Right, okay. Okay, right. Yep, very nice. Highly recommend it, especially for the price. You know, if you shop in ASDA, you're in ASDA, and you're looking at their own brand, the cheaper ones, or these ones, don't even think twice. Just get these ones. 100 times better. 100 times better. And only what? Less than 20p? I can't math today. I'm sorry. Less than 20p difference to get the good ones. So yeah, get the good ones. I don't know why you wouldn't. Right. Let's put these to one side. Oh, I'll put them back in the plastic bag here. I might cut this bit out where I'm sort of slowly tucking it back into its wee sleeping bag here. Yeah, I think I will. Right, Connor, cut this bit out. Remember to cut it out. Don't just leave it in. Right? Cut it out. Cut it out, right? Okay, good. Right, let us move on now to the winner of our last round, which was the Sainsburys one. So this is Sainsburys Taste the Difference All Butter Mince Pies. There we go. I'll try and get a bit of focus there for you. There we go. I think that's helping. Okay, yeah. Filled with a blend of apples, currants, sultanas, and candied citrus peel infused with brandy. Okay, so we've got our alcohol in there. Yeah, All right. So they're doing the same. They're doing the same horse crap, except it's even more bullshit in Sainsburys, where they will literally rip you off. So these are £1.75. Okay, so these are more expensive than the ASDA ones, but they've got the whole, you know, nectar scam where it's like, you know, give us your data and your blood and your DNA, and we'll charge you a reasonable price for food if you do that. So if you've got a nectar card, which, you know, just put a fake name in and a fake email address. You know, and get your nectar card. You don't have to put your real name in there. You just lie. You don't have to give anyone your data. Make up a fake email address, or, you know, or maybe not a fake email address. Actually, that probably wouldn't work. You know, but fake name, all the rest of it. You know, don't give them your data. But yeah, £1.75 for these, or £3.50 if you don't have a nectar card. If it had gone to Tesco's, I'm sure I would have been equally as angry, because they're even more egregious for this crap. Right, okay, that's 2 rants. That's a second rant, mate. That's a second rant. Good lord. Oh my god, well, we're not eating these because I can't even get into them. Good lord. You enjoying this view of my back and the crumpling noises? Oh, these look good as well. Okay, so these are very similar, where they do the thing where they leave the top open so you can see the luxury. Luxuriate. There it is. Luxury pie. That's my stripper name. No, it's not. It's not my stripper name. Here it is. Luxury pie. Feels quite light. Right, let's go. Okay. I feel deceived. This is not as generously filled as the ASDA one. The ASDA one, the filling did go all the way to the top. I feel that when these are being baked, they like smear some of it on the top of the pie lid to give the impression that it's filled all the way to the top. But that is definitely not filled all the way to the top. Yeah, you can see the light shining through. I call bullshit on that, Mr. Sainsburys. Now, having said that, they are very nice, but they're not as nice as the ASDA ones. So, interesting. We've definitely got a much higher quality level of ingredients as well. Although the Sainsbury's cheaper ones work quite nice as well. Yeah, they're nice. Although, yeah, my brain's trying to work out the difference between £1.25 and £1.75. I think it's 50p. It's 50p, right? I'm not sure that's worth the extra 50p compared to their cheaper ones, which were excellent at £1.25. No, they are nice. They're not dry. I don't think there is. No. Yeah, the ASDA one's definitely better. Okay. Right, interesting. So the ASDA one, the filling in that ASDA one is absolutely jammed to the lid with filling. Tastes nice, but it's not worth the extra money, I don't think. And especially if you don't have a nectar card, then it's a definite no on that one. So currently, ASDA's luxury one is in the lead here. Jeez. I'm getting stuffed here. Flipping hell. Right, okay. We're now going to move on to Iceland's luxury one. And can you notice anything about the Iceland luxury box? That's right. It doesn't say Iceland anywhere on it. You have to go all the way to the back of the box, and at the bottom, to see the word Iceland. It's almost like they're ashamed of having a product with the word luxury and Iceland on it. They're also the most expensive, right? So these are hands down the most expensive of all of these. So Iceland, 6 of their luxury mince pies, right? £3. £3, right? There's no offer or anything like that. £3. I'm even, again, I'll throw the picture up here. I'm almost certain as well that they have a sign up implying that £3 is good value. So I'll stick that up and see if they have been reduced from something else. But yeah, £3. So these better be good, right? These better be good. They're heavy, like. There's a lot of weight in this. What's the grammage on these? Again, man staring at a box, looking for a weight. Why would you want to watch that? Okay, well, I can't see where they are. Can't see any weight on this box. I'm sure it's there somewhere, but it feels heavy. It feels heavier than all the other ones. Oh yeah, definitely feels heavier. Okay. They look quite nice, and again, there's a theme here on the luxury mince pie. Again, you've got the holes cut in the top there, so you can see the luxury. Yeah, look at the luxury within. Right. Okay. Oh, Jesus, it's just too many mince pies. I'm not gonna lie, I shouldn't have eaten before this. Right. Okay, it's dry. For £3, you've already lost. I mean, yeah, you've already lost. Tastes weird. No. Not a fan. Yeah. No. Well, it's terrible. It's just a weird aftertaste that I'm not a fan of. No. There you go. Get them up close there. There is quite a bit of space in there as well, as you can see. As you can see the light coming through the top again there if I just wiggle it around. So they're not particularly generously filled. So no, I don't recommend those at all. I can't recommend those. They're the most expensive and they're fairly unimpressive for what you're paying for. No. Okay. Right. Oh my god. I want to die here. Okay. What have we got? So we've now on to almost our last one. Like I said, we will try the gluten-free ones here, okay? I'm quite interested to see what they're like. That stuff's really hit and miss. But we are now on to the deluxe. The deluxe. And again, really, really cheap. £1.50. Right, these are £1.50, and that's just, I think that's just the regular price. It might not be. I'll throw the picture up on screen. I took of the price. But it's £1.50 for 6. I can already tell the pastry on top is really thick. Really thick. And they feel heavy. So this is Lidl's luxury deluxe mince pies. Okay. And again, don't know whether I held it up there or not. Again, you've got this wee star on top, and again, they're all the same. Behold the luxury. Have a wee good look in the, get a look in the luxury hole right there. Right, that's where it is. Right. I should have used a plate. Floor's covered in bloody crumbs. Tastes completely different than all the other ones. The pastry is so thick. Like, I don't know whether you can tell here. If I just do that and move it back, will you focus on it? Come on, focus. There we go. That pastry is so thick. Look how thick that is. That's crazy thick. That's like at least twice as thick as all the others. It is nice. But you're getting, I don't know if you really like the pastry, I suppose. I really feel that a pie, the filling is the main event. You know, if you're loading me up with pastry. I feel like I'm being deceived somehow. I mean, it is the luxury hole where the luxury lives in here is completely filled with luxury. I mean, it is deluxe. Look at it. Look at the deluxe filling. It is filled, but there's not a lot of space in there. There's really not a lot of space in there. It's thick pastry, like super thick, crazy thick. It is nice. It is nice. Right. Okay. I can't eat anymore. It's really tasty. Right, okay, so I'd definitely say that out of all of these luxury ones, definitely not the Iceland ones. Definitely not the Sainsburys ones for the price. They're just not worth the extra money compared to all the other ones. They weren't terrible. Well, they were not terrible. The Iceland ones are a waste of money. Don't even bother. For the amount of money they're charging for them, you can get way better. So yeah, it's definitely between the, get this out of the way, it's definitely between, in terms of the luxury ones, between ASDA and Lidl. I definitely think ASDA wins out. Because even though they've got their filthy, you're saving a fortune, we've rolled back the price lies, which I'm sure is technically true on paper. It's £1.42 for 6 of these. And yeah, really, they're really generously filled. Well, the one I ate was okay, really is, and it's really tasty. So I think, so for the supermarkets, for the deluxe variety, ASDA, for the cheaper versions, which aren't that much cheaper, you're talking like 20p, 25p, if that, you know, definitely Sainsbury's. It was light years ahead. And if you do shop in Sainsburys, I would just buy their regular ones. I wouldn't bother with their taste the difference ones, because I'll be honest with you, I couldn't taste the difference. I mean, they definitely tasted different. Right, okay. So that's that. Okay, now on to the one that I'm genuinely curious about. Now, I do have a gluten in the household. Somebody who's intolerant to the gluten. Okay. I am not intolerant to anything, or anyone. Okay. That was a gluten intolerance joke. I won't make any more of those. I'm sorry. So we're gonna. Okay. So these ones here again, Sainsburys are promising that I'm gonna taste the difference, but I'm not gonna taste the difference because I've got nothing to compare them to. Because as far as I could tell, Sainsburys have no other gluten-free mince pies. Right, the regular ones. So these are the only thing you'll be tasting if you shop in Sainsburys. And then we've got the just your standard free from mince pies made for ASDA. I mean, that is tragic. Look in that box. There's just zero effort's been put in there. Like there's just they look quite sad and sunken on the box. But again, £1.50. Whereas the ones from Sainsburys, £3.50. £3.50. And you're getting, technically you're getting 9, but they're tiny. I mean, they're a mouthful, right? Okay? They're absolutely tiny. Why they couldn't make regular size ones, I don't know. Maybe they did and I just didn't see them, or I couldn't find them. But anyway, so I think what we'll do is we'll go with the cheaper one first. We'll go with the ASDA one. Okay, here we go. Okay, they look better. Okay, this is the first. Right, this is a first. The ones in the packet look better than the ones on the box. So those look quite sunken and sad. There's like a dip in the middle, you know, like there's nothing in them. These ones here, that's perfectly flat on top, nothing sunken in there. Looks quite nice. Looks odd compared to all the other mince pies. I know gluten-free stuff can be quite dry. Oh, flipping hell! That lid just came right off. Well, I'll try and get it extract it from this container here without destroying it. Okay, there we go. Right. Okay, so as the gluten-free mince pies, you only get 4 in a packet, but even at that, you know, the 150 versus 350, I'll take the 150 over the 350. Ooh, that's interesting. It's not dry. This is going to sound strange, but the pastry tastes really nice. Mmm. A little bit gritty. It's gluten-free. Gluten-free pastry can sometimes be a bit gritty, but it's not too bad. And these are free from gluten and milk, so there's no butter in here either. That's really surprising. Now, I wouldn't say it's generously filled, but unfortunately for the gluten intolerant, they don't get a lot to pick from. So you're just going to have to lump it, unfortunately. Yeah, that's nice. You know, I'm not going to be able to put it in the same league as the highest rated ones that I've done here for these guys. But, I mean, it's definitely better than the lower rated ones. Like, it's definitely better than, say, like, ASDA's own brand, ASDA's basic mince pies. I'd rather eat this any day. That's quite nice. Yep. Yep, that's very tasty. Okay. Right, that's a thumbs up for the ASDA gluten-free. Right now, okay. Now we're in the luxury time here, okay? And again, we've got much... Oh, it's falling apart here. So, as it was with the other alleged luxury products, you can see through the top here, we've just got smaller luxury holes going on here. Okay. For which to view the luxury. Okay. The ASDA ones I wouldn't have called dry. Like I said, they weren't dry, but there's definitely a lot moisture. It is completely filled. It is completely filled right to the top. I mean, it is very small. It is very small. No, we're not going to get focus there. No. Very small, very tasty, very tasty. There's a lot more going on there with that filling. Okay. Yeah, it's nice, lovely. Right, so, okay. Look, I have to say, then for the gluten-free ones, they're both good. They're both good. They're not rubbish at all. These ones here, if you're budget conscious, then yeah, go for these. You're not gonna complain. I don't think. These are more than double the price. I think these are more than double the price. These ones from Sainsburys. The taste of the difference. One's at £3.50. So you know what? It's not for me to recommend gluten-free stuff, but I can endorse them. Yeah, they both taste very nice. Right, that's it. I have absolutely no idea if this was in focus or whether it recorded properly. Merry Christmas. Pie time. I'll try and get this edited and online before Christmas arrives, because it's not relevant after that. I've still got Halloween food in the fucking freezer. You know? What am I going to do with that now? Spooky January. Ooh, Merry Christmas, bye. Is the video over now? Okay. I think that went okay. Oh, God. Oh, mince pies. Oh God. Oh, so many of them. Half eaten. Let me stop this video. Ugh.